Noah Lyles won the men's 100 metres at the 2024 Paris Olympics. All other things being equal, why would he have lost if the race had been held according to the setup from the 2008 Olympics? I'll say that again. Noah Lyles won the men's 100 metres at the 2024 Paris Olympics. All other things being equal, why would he have lost if the race had been held according to the setup from the 2008 Olympics?
I'm so sorry. I'm going to have to ask this question. 100 meters of what? Of running?
You've got how this show works.
Yeah, it's true.
In this case, it is the 100 metres sprint. It's a standard track and field event.
Okay.
I know this. I know this one.
Okay,
okay.
Julian.
I'm going to refrain. I'm
Yep.
going to refrain.
You sit out. This is on Sophie and Tina.
Oh no. Tina, mate, we lost one of the brains. We can do this. Okay. I'm wondering if it's to do with like technology. I feel like there was a lot of chat this year about like, you know, ultimately what makes someone win isn't based on them, it's based on the tech that's used to measure who actually wins, right? And the time measurement and stuff. So I wonder if it's something about the technology that was used then versus now. You're a tech person, Tina. What are your thoughts?
Wrong kind of tech. I do software.
Okay.
No, I do AI. No exercise for me.
Okay, but maybe the software?
I'm wondering, does it have anything to do with the 2008 Olympics being held in Beijing?
Mm-hmm.
It's not. Sophie's actually quite close with technology to the point that I'm not really going to say anything more yet.
Okay.
It's a good job I've got a lot more to say about technology then.
So something to do with the shoes, perhaps? More bounciness of shoes.
Or like with the shoot, where it's like measured, like what point in the second finish, where do they measure the finish point from? Is it the toe or is it the average of the foot? But I feel like it's probably always been the toe, hasn't it?
In running, it's the chest. If you watch when they sprint, they all stick their torso forward right at the end.
Is it? I thought they were all just really proud.
Yeah, I mean, the country.
Yeah. Say it with your chest.
I had one more question. If it was it Lyle? Is that his name?
Yeah.
Lyle.
Noah
If
Lyles.
it were not
Noah
Lyle?
Lyles.
Oh yes, Noah Lyle. If it were not Noah Lyle, would it still be different? Does it have anything to do with this person, or not really?
Not specifically. There was only a tiny difference between the two who were at the front. If Lyles had been even slightly slower, he would have come second.
Think about all the technologies that is used. So there's the gun, right? When they start, what is that thing that they bounce off of when they run?
The starting block?
Starting
blocks.
block. And then there's shoes, and then there's the finish line. So one of these things, I think, must have changed.
Yes, and when I say all other things being equal, I did say if it was held according to the setup from the 2008 Olympics.
I think then, but then it's not where they measure, because they measure it from the chest. So then it's like VAR. It's like with football, there's certain, you know, offsides that won't be allowed since VAR. And so it must be something like the technology. If it had been done with the tech from 2008, he wouldn't have won. But
Tina mentioned another component besides the shoes and the starting block. What was it?
the gun.
Yeah, 2008, they used a gun.
I mean, they used a gun in 2024 as well.
Yeah, but was it in 2008, was it like a bang smoke gun? And now it's like an e-gun, you know, basically.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So talk me through it.
Okay.
What's that going to change?
Well, I wonder, with the bang gun, but then it's because it's the exact same race. So my first thought was, there's a subtle difference in like when people hear and see the smoke and stuff. But with an e-gun, I mean, wait, no.
What might that e-gun do? How might that work?
Well, I think the e-gun goes, and then it's timed between when the e-gun starts. There's like a time between the e-gun starts when the person crosses, and is that how the time is measured? No. Your face is saying no.
There's something. You are so close. You've got even the technology that's changed. It's changed from a bang gun, as you put it,
as it's called,
to an electronic starting pistol.
Right.
How
does that even What
Right.
does that do? Does it just go begin? Like what does that...
Yeah.
The gun is not independent in itself then. Does it relate somehow to the starting block or anything else? Like what does an e-gun do that is different than the bang gun except for make sound?
So the sound comes from directly behind them, is it?
Yes.
The gun triggers a sound behind each person individually to
Yes.
tell them to go, versus a smoke gun, a bang gun, sorry to give it its proper name, where it depends where everybody's standing.
Yes.
There's a subtle difference there, but but that would have been an issue back then.
Why is there a subtle difference there?
Because obviously the further you are, that you'll have a slight delay. Right, so so the delay that one has with the bang gun from the people who are near it versus far from it was enough to make up the difference between the two front runners in the 2024 Olympics.
You have nailed it.
Okay. Because in my head I was just like, but that's an issue, right? The bang gun. But I guess it's a problem they've solved with the digital gun.
Lyles was in lane 7. Thompson, who came second, was in lane 4. They were separated by 5 milliseconds, and that is less than the sound travel time between those two lanes. So if they had run in 2008, the runner in lane 7 who came first would have heard that bang more than 5 milliseconds later, would have started more than 5 milliseconds later, and would have come second just because of that difference between a physical bang in the air and a trigger that means they all hear the same sound at the same instant.
So cool.
Wow.
Science.
That is wild. Wow.
That is really cool. Speed of sound.
Yeah.